Welcome back, friends. I forgot I had this ponytail holder in. Forgot I totally forgot I had that in. Hi, friends. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So I hope Rosebud stayed around or is around. Hey, Rosebud. She said, we got haircuts and voting today, not to mention the half dozen baskets of clothes to fold, but I'm going to try and be with the best bunch on YouTube to watch a trial with. Mm, we love you. Hey, P. Lola, do I know you people? I know we've missed you. We've missed you. She's leaving breadcrumbs in her seat. Hey, welcome back, Sherry and Michelle. Hi, guys. Hey, C. Morales. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Afternoon for all the East Coast people. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, sweet Sherry. Oh my God, Michelle. It was perfect. She was fine. She took like a 3-minute cat nap in my chair in my big recliner. So I have this big fluffy white fuzzy square pillow. Okay. And she loves that thing. But anytime you see it over her face, that means she's asleep. And yesterday, while I was streaming in here in the afternoon, after she got home from school, um, the husband said while I was streaming, he had just went outside for a few minutes to do something out in the garage. I don't know what. Hold on, I'm scratching my ankle. But anyway, he came back inside. He went outside, he said 5 minutes. And when he came back in, she was already laid there with a pillow over her face. I don't know why she does that. She's always, ever since she was an infant, preferred to be on her belly, you know, and would like put her face, like she would sleep with her face like in my armpit when I would hold her as a baby. And she did though. She conked out. Yeah, yeah. So she likes to be face down in stuff. Like when she's asleep, she's face down in her pillow, face down in the arm of the where the arm of my chair meets the back of the chair cuz my chair is real soft like microfiber, fluffy. My recliner is the place you want to be when you're at my house. But anyway, um you wear an eye mask to sleep, get her one. She's got some, but she'd probably waller it off of her before the night was over. But yeah, she had a great day. She had a great day. And so I was like, how long did she sleep for? And he's like, oh, like he said, she couldn't have been asleep for no more than 5 minutes. And he come in and woke her up. So it's like, no, she's got to go to bed tonight. They do sleep funny, C. Morales. I have a niece who, when she was little bitty, she's grown and married and got babies now, but when she was a little bitty baby herself, a little toddler, she would literally fall asleep wherever she was. It didn't matter where she was at, she would fall asleep wherever she was. I don't know how many times she would fall asleep playing hide and seek and then nobody could ever find her. You know, I don't know how many times we had to search the whole house and outside to find that youngin because she would literally just poof disappear. And then you'd find her in her closet asleep under a pile of clothes because she'd been playing hide and seek. You know how kids are. Every time I hear it was a great day, I think of Suitcase. It was a great day. We had a really great day. Your daughter fell asleep in the closet? See? There you go. Good morning, Miss King. Hi, lovey dovey. Michelle, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. She said, oh, good. I said a prayer yesterday. Thank you. That means a lot. Yeah. It's not fun when you can't find them. All right. All right. Are you guys ready to get back to some Vallow? Charles Vallow. That's what we're doing today. The title of this video is Charles Vallow. Let's refresh our recollection of his death before Lori's trial. So that's what we're going to do. And that is what we are gonna do. So I went through and I went through and was like trying to find all the little, videos and try to get them in order specifically that I wanted to share, because there are a lot of body cam footage of before Charles dies, when police were called for Lori had run off and, you know, took the kids, and he was trying to get her, what is it they call it in Florida, but it's not in every state. Like a medical, what do they call that, you guys? Is it 5150? That's not it, is it? Is that it? What is 5150? Is that what I'm thinking of? I want to have a fresh hot cup of coffee. And I have my big chug of water full. They call it something specific in Florida, and people, I can't remember what they call it, but basically, yeah, something like that. So we have body cam of that. We have body cam of the Alex Baker Act. That's the word I couldn't think of. 5150 here in Cali. Okay. It just depends on where you're at, but it all is the same thing, I guess. What is that what the 5150 means, C. Morales? Is basically the Baker Act where they're like put in for like a minimum 24-hour hold or something like that. So there's the body cam of the day that he dies. And then I've got also all the interviews, the police interviews with Lori. There's a police interview with Tylee. There's a police interview with Alex. Okay. And then I also have a little something extra that I was going to share too, that I thought was very interesting. Same thing. Okay. Good deal. Hello, sunshine. Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. Little John Denver for you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Oh, 5150 is a 72-hour hold. Maybe the Baker Act is too. I don't know. I just knew it was a like a minimum of something, and I couldn't remember if it was 24 hours or what, but anyway. I figure we'll be able to get through um let me see real quick. 20, 30, 45. Two. We should be able to get through quite a bit of these videos today. Um, but we'll have to split it up into a two-parter at least. Because there's so many. And I prefer to be off the computer, like done with the stream by the time kiddo gets off the bus. So that'll be about 3:30-ish. She gets home about 3:45, but C said I thought it was a 48-hour hold. Learn something new every day. Baker Act is 72 hours too. Okay. All right. Well, this is the very first. Okay, so just a brief little run through before we get started with these. Just a brief little run through, okay? So, Lori Vallow Daybell is the one that's going on trial. Her trial jury selection has started yesterday, I do believe. And the judge has given like about a week, he thinks, to get a jury impaneled, so to speak, and ready for her trial. She's already been convicted of the murder of her daughter and son, Tylee and JJ. And now they've moved her from Idaho to Arizona, where she's now going on trial for the conspiracy to commit murder for her fourth husband, Charles Vallow. Okay. And her fourth husband, Chad Daybell, was her fifth husband. But anyway, she was married quite a few times. Now, not judging, but I do judge. I'm not judging the amount of time she's married, but what I am judging is the fact that she had her fourth one murdered to marry the fifth one. But anyway, allegedly. That's a hardcore eye roll, but she's innocent until proven guilty of that crime. So, she will be, representing herself in this upcoming trial. And earlier today, we shared some motions hearing that happened yesterday, and she was on fire in the courtroom. She was a little smarty pants. And so if you missed that, make sure to go back and watch it after you finish this one. Don't leave. Don't leave here. You can watch that one on the replay. But it was earlier this morning. I think we started that around 9 o'clock this morning. I've been I've been like, when I started the first stream today, I think it was me and Sherry for a few minutes. And I was like, I don't know if anybody else is going to be here. Ain't nobody expecting me to be live at 9 o'clock in the morning. She did act like a spoiled brat. Yes. Michelle said, I feel so bad for Colby and JJ's grandparents having to go through this again. I do too, but at the same time, I know that Kay is ready to get this done and over with because this was her brother, you know? Charles is Kay's brother. You were shocked to see me earlier. Mm. I was shocked to be online earlier, to be honest. Anyway, so Charles Vallow, Lori's fourth husband, was shot and killed by Lori's brother, Alex Cox. And Alex Cox said that it was in self-defense. But I don't know, you know? And he can't be tried for the murder because guess what? Lori's brother, Alex Cox, is also dead. I don't mean for that to sound super, like, matter of fact, but it's a matter of fact. And I really don't have any positive feelings towards that man. I mean, I just don't. But anyway, they have all been through a lot, so much. And what makes it's been so long and drawn out for forever, you know, it's because there are so many victims. I mean, you have Charles, who's getting the trial for his death is getting ready to happen now. So you have him, right? That affects Colby and Kay and Larry Woodcock. And then you have JJ and Tylee that affected Kay and Larry Woodcock. And of course, Colby. Obviously, Colby. They were his siblings, right? You have Tammy Daybell, Chad's wife. Now, I know that doesn't necessarily affect Kay and Larry, but I mean, it affected a lot of people. It's okay. He was her hitman. He was her hitman. He was her gopher, pretty much. Miss King says, I don't believe Alex died of natural causes. Lori had him killed somehow. I believe that too. Or they talked him into unaliving himself. And the only reason I say that is because I feel like he knew it was coming. It was planned because of that prayer that Chad prayed over him not long before he died. Well, we can go over that prayer eventually. I mean, I would love to, but that prayer basically, Chad was basically praying over Alex and everybody was crying. And, well, it was just Chad and Lori and Alex, but Chad was crying, Lori was crying, Alex was crying. But Chad was saying things like, one of these days, you know, when you're in your heavenly home, you know, you will be the master of many and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And through the eternities and the stars and the portholes and I don't know. Anyway, that prayer just sounded like a prayer that somebody prays when they know that the person they're praying for is going to die. You forgot about the prayer, yeah. He did get meds from Mexico, but the meds that he got, according to his wife, Zulema Pastenes, however you say her last name, she said that he had been sick for a while, okay? And apparently he had gone across the border into Mexico and got some kind of medication. Well, the next thing you know, he's laying in the bathroom floor, foaming at the mouth. And according to the medical examiner, they said that it was natural causes. He had something that caused, I think that they said it was heart, or maybe it was something about, I thought in the Dateline special that I heard them say something about uh, blood clots in the lungs or something. I don't know. But anyway, I still believe they either did it to him or it was his plan to do it himself. I feel like Lori and Chad could have said, your reason for being on this earth was to do these deeds for us to further yourself in the kingdom of God. Now that you've done all the things that we needed you to do, it is your time to go. Bye-bye. You are the weakest link. That's what I think. Michelle says, do what we say and then off yourself prayer. Pretty much. I thought Chad told him what to ask for that would not show on autopsy. Could have. I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard that, but yeah, you're the weakest link. Goodbye. And there was that one, remember thinking about that, about the weakest link thing? There was like one text or somewhere where Lori was like really mad and she had said something like, he never gets anything right. He never does anything right. And I can't remember if that had to do with when he tried to shoot Tammy and that flopped. And then the second time was when he tried to shoot Brandon Boudreaux and missed. And one or the other of those, she was like, he never gets anything right. Can't send him to do anything. Hey, Akasha. Hello and welcome. Hi. All right, so we're 25 minutes in and we haven't even started the first one, so we're going to go. I could sit and talk about this stupid case all day long. Think it was when he tried to shoot Tammy? Yeah. Could have been. Probably was. All right. So this very first body cam that we're getting ready to watch is when Charles had been out of town and he comes back home and his truck's missing. He can't get into the house. And when he does finally get in the house, he finds all of his clothes are gone and blah, blah, blah. And he's trying to hunt Lori down. He can't find her. He don't know where the kids are at. So he calls, 911. And they show up. And that's what this body cam is about. So we'll go ahead and get started. Let's go. Also, a lot of this, and it didn't matter which one I tried to find, a lot of this is redacted. Well, when I say redacted, I mean blurred out. But it's apparently for, you know, they redact things all the time if it shows like personal addresses or who knows, people that don't want to be seen on camera. I don't know.
Why don't you come over here? So what's going on tonight?
I can't get in touch with my kids.
How old are your kids?
Sorry. I was saying it's dated January 31st, 2019 at 7:22 a.m. I forgot I muted myself. I was just letting you know that that's what this was. So this is a few months before he's killed. He's not killed until June or July um, of the same year. But this is January 31st, 2019, 7:22 a.m.
6.5 and 16. Okay.
How long have you been trying?
Let me
2
go
days.
back. Let me rewind it. Okay, here we go.
So what's going on tonight?
I can't get in touch with my kids.
How old are your kids?
6.5 and 16. Okay.
How long have you been trying?
2 days.
Okay.
But she's lost her mind. I don't know how else to say it. We're LDS. She thinks she's a resurrected being and a God, and remember the 144,000. Jesus is coming next year. She took all the money out of her bank account today. My truck is gone from the airport. She went to the airport and got it. I just flew in from Dallas. Houston and Dallas. So,
where's your truck?
I don't know.
Okay.
Took a good friend of mine's truck to pick me up. I went to the CSI to file a report, which is the community bridges or something. File a report.
So you did the petition?
Yeah, they ordered a pickup.
Okay. What time did you do that?
Hour and a half ago.
Okay. So what makes her a danger to herself and to others?
She threatened me, murder me, kill me.
She threatened to murder you?
Yes. And she said,
how did she do that?
My bishop right there is in the car. He was on the phone with me today when she said, "I will have you destroyed," was what she said there.
Okay, that's not a threat to kill you.
Yesterday was a threat to kill me.
Okay. What did she say yesterday?
She said, "You're not Charles. I don't know who you are, what you did with Charles, but I can murder you now with my powers."
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Says I'm gonna kill you too. Yesterday was I'm
so
gonna.
She's speaking as a spiritual being.
She's not here. She's lost her reality.
Is this just all recent or?
Akasha, exactly. I mean, you know the cop is looking at this dude like, sounds like you've lost your mind, buddy. Until you actually hear Lori talk, and then you're like, oh, I got it. She is crazy.
Has it been going on?
It's been going on for about 4 or 5 years. It's gotten really, really bad lately. She goes to the temple every day and speaks with Moroni and Jesus Christ. And they tell her what to do. And now she came to her today, and last couple of days she says, "I'm not Charles. You're not Charles. You're Nick Schneider." I don't know where she gets his names from. She got all this stuff from these people in Utah who tell her how many past lives she's had and probation she's had. And she's was married to Moroni way back when, and She's also married to James the Just, and
Okay, this is all foreign to me. So,
it's foreign to me.
well, I'm
too.
not
It's
LDS.
crazy. It's crazy stuff.
I know you're using
It's-
LDS terms here.
I know, but it's just
Okay.
she's nonsensical.
Okay.
And I haven't seen my.
That's a
Is
perfect
he the older one or
word.
the younger
He's
one?
young. He's 6.5 years old.
Okay,
Okay. I want to do this now. You've got a pickup order. Am I correct?
we do.
Okay. If she doesn't answer,
Mm-hmm.
what do we do?
If she
Can
doesn't
I break
answer, we
into my
can't
house?
we can't enforce the order.
Can I break into my house?
Do you live here?
Yes, I do. It's
Okay.
my lease. I
Do
pay
you-
the lease.
Do you guys have any orders of protections against you?
No, we do not.
So,
I'm gonna
no,
go get
no
one
police
for her
reports.
tomorrow. No, nothing.
Okay. So, how does she pose a threat to your children?
I don't know what she's going to do with them. I don't know if she's going to flee with them. She's going to hurt them.
You don't even know if she's here, right?
Today on the phone. I can't. All the cars are. The garage is closed. I don't know. She locked the garage door.
I know.
haven't been up there yet.
I know,
She
but what
said
I'm hold on.
Sorry.
What I'm saying is, do you normally park two vehicles in the garage, inside the garage?
Correct.
Okay. So it's a possibility that her car and your truck are inside there?
I don't think she could fit my truck in her car at the same time. She may put them somewhere else. She said to me, "All your stuff is gone. Charles'
Okay.
stuff is gone. You're
Okay.
not Charles. Your stuff is gone." I don't know what that
And
means.
how long have you been trying to get in touch with the kids?
Since yesterday.
Since yesterday? Like last night or yesterday morning? Or?
But landed in Houston Tuesday about 10.
Okay. Why did you leave?
There's a trip in Houston.
Okay. And when did you leave?
Tuesday morning about 5 a.m.
Okay. Tuesday. All right. Wow. It's
Wednesday night.
so you left yesterday.
Yeah.
You left yesterday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Flew to Houston. Flew back today.
Tonight.
Tonight.
She canceled my flight. She came to the airport, took my truck.
Did she tell you that?
No, she knows the code. She knows where it's parked. She wouldn't.
Did she go with you to the airport?
No, but she's been. I go to the airport. I fly 45 round trips a year. She
Okay.
knows where I park. I've got handicap plates because JJ's handicapped.
Uh-huh.
So,
Did you file a stolen
no,
vehicle
I didn't.
report with
I
Phoenix?
know she took it.
How do you know? You suspect?
I suspect. Okay.
Okay.
I suspect.
All right.
I know your term. So,
Okay.
yeah. But
Without concrete evidence, we
no
can't say
I
for sure.
suspect.
Okay.
And she has the keys, the code. It's a Ford. The code, door code.
Door code.
And I just want to see my boys okay. And she's got a pickup order. I need to go. She needs to go, and I'm going to take my son.
So you normally live here?
Yeah, oh yeah, I live here.
Okay.
Yeah, all my stuff's in my house.
Okay.
We got a service dog in there, beautiful dog. My daughter's in the front window right there.
So let me ask you this. When you came back, why didn't you just go to the home?
Because she told me not to come near it. All my stuff is gone.
Okay.
I'm not stupid. She could have done anything.
Okay.
I thought this would be the best way to do it. With what she's gone through and what Gabe witnessed with me on the phone today, I thought it was best to have her. She's psychologically, she's gone. Something's happened to her.
How old is she?
30, 45.
45.
Beautiful
So,
woman,
so if we talk to her, is she going to be able to have a rational conversation with us?
Oh, she will. I'm sure she will.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just. You
She'll
never know
probably
what she's
tell
gonna
me
do.
I'm crazy, huh? Is that what you suspect?
Probably. But
Okay.
you're a dark spirit. That's what she's going to tell you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm a dark spirit. Gabe's going to be. He's our bishop. He's going to be a dark spirit. Whatever that means. Okay, you're evil.
And you said this has been going on for like 4 years?
Well, it's to an extent, but it's gotten really bad the last several months. And I've been trying to ignore it because hoping it'll get better.
Is she on any
Listen to-
medications?
No.
No.
She won't do medication. She's
Okay. Has she been to a doctor?
No, she won't go to the doctor because she's a translated being, and they would find out that she's translated. She cannot be killed. She cannot die.
And that's what she thinks?
Yes.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
And she's been telling you that?
Yes, and Gabe too.
Okay.
He heard this, not just me. This isn't coming. I love her to death. This is killing me, officer.
Well, I can understand.
Our 13th anniversary is next month. We've done had a great marriage. All of a sudden, the last month it just blew up.
Mm-hmm.
She just lost connection.
Okay. So has she made any statements about wanting to hurt the children or anything?
Today, she said with Gabe on the phone, "Come take the kids. I don't care what happens to them. Come take them."
Okay, but she didn't make a direct threat towards the kids.
No, not a direct threat.
Okay. And then she said that she would murder you through a spiritual,
No, she said, "I can murder you."
I can murder you.
then
And she's talking in a
I will
spirit,
kill you.
spiritual.
No, she's talking physically. I will kill you because you're not Charles, and nobody will care.
Okay. So she at this point doesn't think you are her husband?
She thinks I'm Nick Schneider.
Who's Mick
I
Schneider?
have no idea.
Okay.
It's the name she used. I don't know where it came from.
Okay.
I'm just like, I'm as bewildered as you are. This is so foreign to me. Normal people, as far as I'm concerned, but you know, this happens. It just drives me. I don't know what to do. I need help, and she needs help. She needs help, and I'll go to bed. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. I got to take my son to
And
school.
you just didn't want to go inside because of the statements that she made?
She took my car and my, I suspect she took my car and my keys. I had no keys to get in.
Oh, okay.
No garage door opener.
Okay.
She knows what she's doing. She took $35,000 out of our bank account today. I can't make payroll Friday for my company. It's just, she changed our bank account numbers. I had to change it myself to get back in, and I saw all the money's gone. I've got $7 in my name.
So, what's your first name again?
Charles.
Charles. Charles lives here with his wife and 2 children. Charles was away on
There's
business.
a third nephew upstairs. His name is Zach. He's 19. He's our nephew. He can stay with us.
Have you tried to call him?
He won't call me back either.
Why won't he call you back?
No.
Okay.
That's what I'm worried about. I hope they're okay, but I don't know.
It's valid.
All right. So, his question is, he lives here. There's no orders against either one of them. If we can't make contact,
But if he wants to let us in, that's why we're doing a 670 check.
I don't know how to get in. I can have to break a window. I can try to.
where I was going with this, he was in Houston on a business trip, and then he flies back in to Sky Harbor, and his truck's gone. He suspects that she went there and took the truck. He doesn't know.
My wallet in it, so.
Right. So, all right. Is it this house or the one with the flashing lights?
Right there.
On the side of the road.
Oh, where those palm trees are?
And I can try the key code on the garage. I don't know if they changed it or not. I think I know the code. We just moved in January 1st. And Gabe Bonilla here lives right down the corner. He will tell you if he was on the phone with her today with me. I patched it in and she said all that stuff.
Does she have any inside the house?
Yes, she does.
She does?
A rifle.
Does she know how to use
I
it?
don't know if she knows how to use it. I don't know.
Does
Code?
Usually have to have star or pound.
Do you have an alarm system?
No. Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. Cars are all gone. She is gone. I don't know where my kids are. They're all gone.
Is there anything in her place in here, like she might have taken off somewhere?
All 4 cars are gone.
Oh, you have 4 cars.
Yeah. My daughter has one. Zach, our nephew, has one. I have my truck, and she has an Infinity.
Okay.
I don't know where my son is.
Who's the oldest?
You have the right to force entry, so.
Who's the oldest child?
Tylee, I have 3 in college, so they're gone.
Who lives here? That's the
Tylee is
oldest.
16. Zach is 19. He's our nephew. He's living here.
Okay. And you tried calling him?
Yes.
Why won't he
I
answer?
don't know. He
Okay.
won't answer. She's got him buffaloed too. I don't know what she told him.
Okay. And then,
No idea.
Back doors and everything?
There's back doors, but they're locked up.
You already checked them?
Yeah. Well, let's see. If there's a key to the, I gotta jump this gate to get out of the pool to go to the back door. I don't know what I do if you drop out a stolen car report of my truck.
Yeah, you'll have to call, it was at Sky Harbor, right? You'll have to call Phoenix Police and they'll get all your information. You don't have a hidden key?
No, it's in the house.
So it's not hidden?
JJ can open it, but we have to keep those locks really.
Understand.
He's a runner.
So the dog's gone too?
Obviously, he'd be barking. He doesn't bark much. He's a service dog. Very well trained, but he would be barking. They wouldn't leave him here. He's a part of the family. So I'm gonna go try the back door. I may break the window. Is that okay?
It's up to you if you want to break the window. If I was going to break something, I'd probably break your garage door. Because you can still secure your garage, but your window door.
Just check the windows, and if it's not locked, come back. Or if it's locked, come back.
Just so I open that door.
That would be my suggestion is if you're going to break something, break that door because you can still lock up your garage.
You want to check your front door, make sure it's not unlocked?
If that gate is locked out of the drum, trust me, I know. It's there. So there's just a big deadbolt here.
All right. Well,
Kick it in.
A swift kick will do it.
I'd do a mule kick. We'll try that first. You gotta get closer to the...
This is not easy to look on TV, is it?
Oh, at least the deadbolt works.
I'll give you my letters, Gabe, get out of here before you get that this late anyway. Gabe, come on over. Draw one up. She's not in there. That's her house. Is anybody in there?
An empty bed.
Yeah. Gabe, you try one up. Get my stuff out. I'll figure out where to get in.
You don't have a dog door? You have a dog door?
She's taking my son. If he's not at school tomorrow, to report that, I have no choice. He's special needs. I don't know what she's done. Nobody will call me.
You have any tools?
No. You guys want to try it?
Normally we don't, but if we get hurt, but you want to try it?
How about it? You want us to enter the home, right?
Yes, please.
Gilbert Police. Anybody in the house?
Okay. Thank you, man.
Police department. Right there.
Here, just hang tight right there.
What's that?
Just hang tight right here.
Closets. Yeah, there's a bunch of empty shelving. Right here.
Guys, what happens
Hang
with
tight. Hang tight.
Call up this.
JJ Federer?
Hold on.
You know he's not here.
Pictures are off the wall.
Is this room clear? Does it go through?
It just goes through. I didn't go in there though.
Take off the gear.
Oh.
It's all clear.
Oh, she took everything. Oh my God. I can't do that. She's. Oh, goodness, guys. What have I done?
I think there might be a house key down here.
Hey,
Yeah.
I took my office key. Where did she put my computer?
So
Okay, so this is later on in the day. Let me pop back in here real quick. This video that we're getting ready to watch now, that body cam, the first one ended. This is like I said later on in the day. And what was the time on that? Oh,
So is she in there?
what is 09? Or no, not 09. Hold on.
What's going on?
What is 1600 hours? Is that like 4 p.m.? So this is like 4 something in the afternoon. Later the same day. Okay. January 31st. Welcome if anybody new has popped in. Hello and welcome. Welcome. 4 p.m. Okay, good deal. I had to add it in my head. Would you guys do me a big favor and click the thumbs up button? I would really appreciate it. Please and thank you. I would appreciate it. If you haven't already. Okay. So where they are at right now is at a hotel. And I don't know if he thinks Lori's here. So. Hey Morgana. Hi. Oh, and I have a little gift for you guys. Hold on, let me show you what I did. Hold on a minute. Hold on, and I will show you. We were talking about, I said something about portal potties and portal holes and portal whatevers, you know. So, here, hold on. I got to find the right one. Here it is. There's our portal potty emote. Okay? It says portal potty. So, because, Lori and Chad always talk about how they can visit each other through the portal. And since they're both in prison, the only portal they're going to be able to visit each other through is probably the portal potty. So, we all have envisioned them visiting each other through the potty. But here's what I did. Hold on. Let me find it. Here we go. It's a toilet flushing sound. Anyway. I thought it was funny. All right. Now, here, I'll take the portal potty back off. There we go. And we'll get back to this one. So, this one's like 7 minutes long. And then I have another body cam from a different officer that's there at the same location, same time frame. But it's just a different officer, so a different perspective. Well, actually, it's a little bit, I think this is before he goes into the hotel, and the other body cam is when he comes back out from the hotel, I think, or something like that. Aw, that makes sense, though, Michelle. Yeah, to Narnia. Yes. Because that's, anybody that has the gigantic dresser like that, that's a definite portal to Narnia. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
So is she in there?
What's going on? Why is she here and you're not here, or are you staying here with her?
Long story. She's had kind of a break from reality. She thinks you're LDS.
Yes.
She thinks she's married to Moroni in the past. This is her
You
eighth-
think she's what?
We're married to Moroni, the top of the temple.
Angel,
Moroni.
LDS. Angel.
They don't let
She's
me
got
in
a
there.
late probation, and she knows when the second coming is happening next year. So does the prophet.
Okay.
He knows it. She knows about it. She meets with Moroni, Jesus Christ, face to face in the temple every day. I've tried to support her as much as I could, but it's gotten really, really bad lately. She's had a break. She says, I'm Nick Schneider. I've taken over Charles's body, and Charles has been killed. I'm going to kill you. You're going to be murdered today or tomorrow. I can do it. I'm not going to with my priesthood, with my power. She does priesthood blessings. She does.
So
this is
who's
so
Nick
upsetting.
Schneider? Okay.
That's who I'm supposed to do.
Okay. Right. Okay. So he's not at
So
church.
she's
He's
throwing me out.
not.
She took my truck from the airport. So in fact, she took my truck from the airport last night when I flew in. She canceled my flights. I had to buy another ticket to come back home. I've got a 6-year-old with special needs.
Right. And he's safe at school somewhere.
Right.
Okay.
For now. If she knows I'm here, she's going to go get it.
Okay. What car? What is she driving?
A black Infiniti QX80.
And you've looked all through the parking
Not
lots.
here.
Okay. All right.
Do you have the license plate on that?
It's KDM 62 or 63 or 67. It's handicapped. Okay?
Nothing in the pen. There it is.
Yeah, I heard that.
And
That
I
was
don't know where she
funny.
put my truck. She took $35,000 in cash out of our account yesterday. Payroll. I mean, I just never thought she would do anything like this, but she's just lost touch with reality. I'm not me. She yells. She's unhinged. It's scared the crap out of me.
Okay. Now, I'm assuming you guys have phones. Is that an iPhone?
Yes.
Are you able to track to see where her phone is right now?
Her
I
phone's
hear
right here with me.
iPhones.
Her phone's with me.
Oh, your phone. Now, how did you get her phone?
Because it was in the car this morning when she pulled up to school. I took the keys out of her purse out so she couldn't leave. That's when I called you guys.
Okay.
Somehow she has a pair of keys and left with my dog. And so I don't know where I saw this in her purse. So I think she's here. They were going to give me the key to the room. I was going to go, if you guys will come with me, see if she's in the room.
We can't just go in. If you're not allowed to go in, we can't either. We can
That's on that
just.
protocol she did today.
Okay, that's going to be up to them if they allow you to go
Sure.
in. Now, we can't. Now, you guys are
Can you guys
married,
wait
so
here?
there shouldn't be. No, we're waiting for right now. What we're doing is my sergeant wanted to get some information from you. I was about to call you, but then Gary said you were here. We are just going to wait a second. My sergeant, they're on their way because we have a sergeant training. So they're going to be here. They have the paperwork. So if she is here, we knock on the door, she's here. That's why we need the paperwork in hand.
Okay.
Okay, so we can take her. So
Tell me
that's
again
why-
real quick.
That's why we're here. Right
What's
now.
her first name?
Lori?
Lori.
Hello.
And tell me again about the vehicle. It's a black Infiniti
Infiniti QX80.
QX80.
Yes, sir.
And try that license plate again.
Give them a call.
Gotcha, Gail. Gotcha.
KDM
KDM.
62. It's KDM something.
KDM 62,
Yeah.
63,
Something like this.
67.
Handicap plate.
Handicap.
Yes.
Is it registered to you?
Yes.
Spell your last name again.
V is in Victor, ALLOW.
Vallow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. That's an SUV that you're describing, right? Okay, I know what it is.
I'm going to go check and see if I can go in there, and I'll be right back. Okay, sir?
Okay. Also find out if they'll give you permission to go into that room.
Welcome back, Donnie. Welcome
Well, then
back.
she had a second set of car keys and she was able to leave the school. That's why Team 1 wasn't able to get a hold of her. So we're not sure if she's here or not. He's thinking that he would be able to get in the room. And I said, that's up to you and that's up to the hotel. That's not what we do. So I told him that we're waiting for you with the paperwork. And that's what we've got going on right now. He thinks she's still staying here just for the reason is that he was able to grab that key out of her purse in the car at that school in Central area, wherever that school was. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'll give you just what she's saying and the reason the 909 came out. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We're gonna, you know what, how about we all meet back at the car? We are on the north side of that home 2, which is just west of this building. It's the building west. It's the other hotel. We'll all meet right there. All right, we'll see you in a minute. Bye. Okay, so if his truck is gone, how did you get here?
I have no idea. He didn't tell me that. By the way, I have that tour at 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll go. He wants a sidebar before we do it. Where did he go?
He went back in to find out whether or not they'll give him permission to enter into that room.
Tell him I don't want him going to that.
He's not going to the room. He's just.
Okay.
He's
Let's
just.
go back over to our cars. They'll be here in just a minute or two, and he wants we need to do a powwow.
Okay.
So.
Let me just, I'll meet you over there. I'm just going to tell him, because he's gone to the lobby. I just want him to know he needs to wait around here so we can find him.
The biggest thing, okay, so she wants to marry Moroni, which is great, fantastic, fine and dandy. That's not as bad as the UFO thing. Yeah, I'm going to go off.
Me too.
Okay, so it's automatically switched to the next. Like I told you guys, I put all the videos that I wanted to share like in a playlist. And it's automatically went to the next one. And so this is the same. They're in the same area, just a different. It's after he comes back outside from the lobby from the hotel. And it is kind of hard to hear a lot of their conversation, but I do have the volume all the way up. So I agree with that, Akasha, about him being able to get in the hotel room, because what if it was a DV situation? I get that. But I don't think that they were going to let him just go into the room. He wanted to make sure that he would have permission to, as long as the cops are there with him. So they won't go in there unless he has permission to go in there. So I mean, they're basically trying to do a well check. You know what I mean? A wellness check. So stressful. There's no audio right now. You'll hear it come on here in a second. No audio.
So I'm going to let you take over.
Hey, just to remind you, I have that tour at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
I
Okay.
apologize. She's not in there for some reason. I checked her out at maybe another hotel. I know that she would be picking up JJ at 3:45 today at the same school.
Okay.
So she will be there. I don't know how you want to do that or what you want to do.
So did they tell you she's not in there?
Correct.
Okay.
I found out that's why she may be. No telling where she's staying.
Okay.
There's a lot of gray area in these matters for us, so it's not real black and white like somebody commits a crime and we just arrest them. So, and I know we just showed up. We kind of came into this last minute, so we're kind of getting the story second and third hand. We need to be real careful following her around.
I'm not doing that.
Well, we're at a hotel.
School,
you know.
and then I saw this in her wallet, so I came to look at the school. I called the police. They came to here. I'm not going to try. I'm not irrational or stupid or anything like that.
I don't get that impression at all.
I want her to get help.
Yeah.
She's my wife. I love her to death. Something's going on.
Okay.
And if she wants me gone, fine. I'll do all that stuff. I just don't want to hurt her.
Okay.
You know, I just don't want to hurt anybody else. Or to go with it.
Child's at school now? Did you do a welfare check at school to see that he or she or? Okay. Yeah.
She took your car. What are you driving now?
A friend of mine's in Utah.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
know where my
cool.
truck is.
Okay.
She took it. I don't know. I suspect she took it because she knows where I'm parking at the airport. I came back last night and it's gone.
What
All
led
my
up to
clothes
this?
are gone from the house.
What led up to this? Is there any correspondence that you've had over the last couple of days with her?
Her religious stuff is gone way off the deep end.
Okay.
Just way off.
Yeah.
And it's if you don't agree with her, you're the opposite.
Okay.
So she won't have any.
When did you last speak to her?
Yesterday when she texted me, she said, "We're done. Get out of here."
Okay. When was this paperwork filled out with community groups?
Last night.
Okay. So what about, so these are handwritten, so sometimes they're hard for us to read. What about your correspondence yesterday precipitated filling this out?
When she was on the phone with me about Bishop, I had him on the phone with me.
Okay.
She threatened me physically. She made threats about the kids, about the kid, about the kids to come get him. I don't care. We won't be here that much longer anyway. And I'm talking about God's power that the kid get my rest anytime I want. It's just irrational stuff.
Okay. Is the 6-year-old the only child in common?
Yes. We adopted. We got two by birth.
Okay. I think your priority should be there right now.
It is.
And then maybe if you don't feel comfortable with her state of mind, maybe figuring out a way to keep him safe, even if that means not being at
I'm going to
school.
go to my attorney's office,
Yeah.
file paperwork for restraining order from her. If I can do that. I want to my sister, his grandmother. Make it safe, someplace safe for her.
Okay.
For a few days. Then I do my work. Got some stuff to do in Houston. I'll come back and look. She can have the house. I don't care.
Well,
She can have whatever she wants. She took $35,000. If you got enough money left for a while.
yeah, I want to give you a little advice though. So consult with your attorney, but don't necessarily want to remove the child from the state for too long. Because here's the deal. Ultimately, there's two sides to the story, and a lot of times.
It's not going to be long. It'll be
I know. Hang on. A lot of times when we contact the other half of one of these things, they're totally rational
I'll
with
tell
us.
her she's going. I'll tell her he's
Yeah.
going to go. She's
Yeah.
safe.
You just want to be careful not to deny her access to her
I'm
child.
not going to do that.
Turns into a thing.
That's too hard on her.
Okay.
Too hard on her. This is about him, not us.
Okay.
Okay?
We, as a police department, we're definitely willing participants in helping out with situations like this, but these aren't criminal arrest warrants. These are kind of a sticky situation, and we have to be careful how much effort and force we put into these mental health petitions. So,
I've got to get to the bank, see if I can stop this cashier's check. She didn't necessarily get my money back.
okay.
I've got $200 on my own.
Okay.
Payroll's $8,000 Friday. I got to do it, so I can figure out something.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
If you see her, you can call us and we'll come out. But let's forego the.
If I go to the school,
continued
she picks him up at
investigation,
3:45 today. It takes you guys 20 minutes to get there. She's in and out.
Yeah.
We'll live in North Unit.
If she says as rational as you say, I think maybe you should get your son out of the school and prevent that from happening.
I may do that, but that's the only place I know where she needs help.
Yeah.
She needs some serious help. I want her to get help. I'm worried about her.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll survive this, but she needs help.
Yeah.
So that's the only way I think we can find where she would be.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to do a sting operation.
It's not a sting. I'm just going to say, I will call and say she should pick him up in a few minutes. So if they can get there, that'd be great.
Okay.
We'll let the guys know, swing shift guys know.
I would, man.
All right.
I really appreciate it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Take care.
That to me is just really sad. If he only knew, right, Donnie? If he only knew. And if the cops had only knew what was going to happen just a few short months later, you know? Blows my mind. Right, Michelle? Poor man was trying to get her help, and look where it got him. And he really was. I believe him. You know, if he didn't really care about her and care for her to get help, he wouldn't have went to the lengths that he did, you know. It's just awful. Awful. So sad. All right, so this body cam here is dated July 11th, 2019. So it's been 6 months later. Well, no, would have been February because that was all January 31st. So might as well say February. No, they did not, Donnie. Tylee was from a previous marriage, but he was basically a dad to her. And then JJ is his biological great nephew. And they adopted him, yes. Yeah. But yeah, this was just, about 5 months later, I guess you could say. This is the day that Charles, this body cam footage now is, the title, it says first officer on scene discovers body of Lori Vallow's fourth husband, Charles. Oh, yeah.
Come out this way, man.
This is Alex Cox that's coming out.
You know, no weapons?
Lori's brother.
All right, come on out this way. Yep. I'm going to have you have a seat right here on the curb.
Yep. Who else is in the house?
No one else in the house.
Okay, just have a seat right there. Let's get FD in here.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
18 seat secure. We got the gentleman out. Have fire rolling.
Donnie, they have him covered up. I mean, not covered up. Charles is laying in the floor. You don't see blood or anything, and they've got it blurred. So, yeah. Now, I think during the trial, though, I've seen this footage without the blur, but even then it wasn't, gory.
Chandler Police Department, anybody inside, make yourself known.
There's the ball bat. Did you see the ball bat? Right there's a Rawlings ball bat. Up against the wall. Black. And that's one of those metal, aluminum bats, But that's what, that's why Alex Cox is claiming self-defense. He said that Charles struck him in the head with the ball bat. Now, keep in mind, Charles, you saw how big his arms were. He's a very muscular man. And he played baseball. Okay? So, yeah, he was a ball player. Yes. But what originally happened is this is earlier in the morning, and they were getting ready to take JJ to school. And Charles comes to pick him up. I think to take him or something. Well, allegedly, according to Lori and Alex, they get into an argument whenever he walks in the door. And Tylee gets freaked out and runs into her bedroom and grabs a ball bat and comes out there. And she's like, "Don't you, my mom." And allegedly, Charles grabs the bat away from her. And then Alex supposedly, tries to jump in. And Charles allegedly whacks Alex in the head with the ball bat. And that's why Alex shoots Charles. That's their story. Now, most people that are anti-Lori and Chad do not believe that story, that version of the story. So.
Hey, team, we got one subject down, apparent gunshot wounds to the chest. He's right here in the living room. Firearm's gonna be in the front door, in the front bedroom, laying on the ground next to a case. We didn't have any of that as of right now.
This happened right here, fellas?
I believe so. The firearm's in the other room here. What's up? I can't, what you say?
We used to sweep for nobody else was here.
Yeah, I just did.
Fire over there.
Yep. I'm gonna go see if we can get this. You wanna stay in here? I'll see if I get this guy's info.
Make sure nobody else was present.
1, 2, 3, 4 shots, something like that.
Did you get the guy inside's name?
No, I haven't got any. Charles Vallow. Charles Vallow? Spell that. V-A-L-L-O. Charles is the husband of the occupants here. But I guess he lives where? Houston.
You know his date of birth? He's from Houston.
Yeah. Is this vehicle here? How did he get here?
Is it here from Texas?
No, that's my sister's car. I think he came in a rental car. I think my sister's in it.
I think your sister's in the rental car.
One Paul 18. Subject that's been shot. His last name is going to be Vallow, Victor, Adam, Lincoln, Ocean. First name Charles. No DOB as of right now. He's out of Texas, Houston. So the guy that got this guy, his last name is Vallow, V-A-L-L-O.
Hang on, just real quick. Are you on screen? The bullet. Copy. Several gunshot wounds.
There's a couple of shell casings behind it. Probably.
Shot him many times.
What's the cards?
I'm sorry. Last name you gave.
Vallow, V-A-L-L-O. First name Charles, and that's all we got because he's from Texas.
Okay.
So we don't really know much else about him. I don't know if there's a wallet or something in here.
He shot the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
Well, sir, what I have is an entrance.
I'm gonna see if there's a wallet or something in here, bro.
If you see a car,
And also that.
I would imagine he was probably staying in this room over here. I would think.
Anything of interest, just throw a card on it so we can remember to.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking for like a fucking wallet or something that's got this guy's. Yeah, something because we got nothing, man.
Yeah, we'll probably remember a little bit. I don't know if they're going to transport it.
Because it sounds like dude's like a friend of the family or something.
Like that brother-in-law.
I'm sure.
Dude's a friend of the family? Wait till you meet the blonde that rocks up there here in a little bit and friend of the family. You ain't gonna find his wallet in that bedroom, bro.
I'm going off.
Okay, so this is what is this? Why did it do that? Looks like they cut it.
I'm on now.
No laceration. You want me to call paramedics?
No, I'd really like some water though.
Okay, I don't have water.
We'll
We got
get you
water in the house.
We'll get you some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me just move that just short there, just like that.
Yeah.
Maybe about an inch. That was from the baseball bat. Yeah, like another. I don't know if it's pimples or anything, just to the left. Is that?
Yeah, there's just some pimples back there.
Okay, gotcha.
What's your brother? Please spells out. Are you sure you don't need any medical attention for that? Okay. We'll get you some water as soon as they're done in the van, okay?
Stay here for a second. I'm gonna do it 27.
I wish we could, but not right now. I would like to as well.
As it's hotter for you, that's layers.
It is a bit warm out, yes. Wish the damn clouds would come back in.
Well, they'll be in the afternoon
I hope.
with a nice dusty wind.
We'll be here till midnight, so.
an awkward place for a camera to be, like right back there on your shoulder. That's weird. That's her in that red vehicle across the street. Well, are they going to do anything?
He said he doesn't need to.
Did you get looked at by the fire department?
What's that?
Did you get looked at by the fire department? Do you need to?
I don't think so.
You're good? If that changes, let us know.
Well,
Okay? We're going to get things moving and get you out of the snow.
thanks. If you want to sit and lean against the front of your truck in the shade, you can. Is that your stuff right there?
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. If you want to just sit in front of the truck, you can just sit down in front of the truck, at least catch a little bit of shade.
Oh, and leaning. Extra nice.
Right? It's almost as good as a Barker Lounger.
Good as a stupid super single waterbed I had as a kid.
I'm not sure if they've got her out of the vehicle talking to her somewhere else or if she's just sitting there waiting, because they do talk to her.
I got a whole ice chest full. I'll be right back. Thanks.
Taking it all in, right? Good to see you, Latanya. Hi.
What I'm going to give you a ride to the station so the can talk to you and stuff. So, I'm going to see if we can get some water here before we go. Thanks. As usual, check. Yeah, let me just make sure you don't have any hand grenades or. Fuel card. You mind if I just put all this like in a bag?
Hey, Laura.
Here, hold on to this. Sure. Let me go grab a bag. Give me just a second. Cash too?
Yeah, don't put it all in the bag.
Okay.
Okay, so this next video, like I said, I'm trying to play these in order, right? The next one is the same time body cam footage from a different cop. And I think that one is where we see Lori and Tylee get out of the vehicle. And they talked to her. There she is. Hold on, though. I got to rewind it to the beginning. Nice, fancy, gated community. Yeah, Sherry. Look at that. The timestamp is upside down. See, Morales, yeah. Wait until you actually hear what she has to say. Insane.
All of the brothers here visiting, brother-in-law visiting from Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Polly, Jim 97, do you have the subject on the phone step out of the residence with his hands empty?
I swear if I lived in that neighborhood, I wouldn't know which house was mine. They all look the same.
That does mean he's going to have to talk to CPR.
That's fine. Fire's right up the street.
Oh, he's got his weapon drawn.
No weapon? No weapons on me. Come on out this way. Yep. I'm going to have you have a seat right here. Yes, sir. Yep.
Who else is in the house?
No one else in the house.
Okay, just have a seat right there.
Yeah.
Let's get FD in here.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
Yeah. 18th Street secure. We got the gentleman out.
You have some ID on you, sir?
Yeah.
What happened today? How did it get to this?
I don't know. He was enraged.
What's going on? What happened?
Oh, he was talking with my sister earlier.
No, what happened today, though? Like, just in the last 20 minutes.
He came at me with a bat.
Okay. Was he living here or
No.
visiting?
He came to pick up his son.
Okay, is the son inside?
No. My sister took him to school.
Okay, so it was just you at the house?
Yes.
And he came, how long, what time did he come to pick up the son?
I don't know, 20 minutes ago maybe.
Okay, so you know who he is, let him in?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think they were talking earlier, then she left, and then he got into it with me.
Like what? What do you mean?
I don't know, he was accusing me of...
Come on over here. That truck's going to be really loud. What was he accusing you of?
Ooh, LaTanya, great question. She says, are you going to cover this live or the following day? My plan is to do it the same day. I want to do it live. So that's my plan. I know that Arizona, what time zone are they in? I don't know what time zone they're in. But yeah. Opening statements should begin. The judge says by the 7th. He figures, he'll give them a week because they started jury selection yesterday. And, they're in Pacific time. Okay. So, if they start at 9 a.m., that would be noon for me. And there's a 30-minute delay. Yeah. So, that's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. I'll have to figure it out because yeah. C. Morales says, finally, a trial in my time zone. They go on mountain time for us when California falls back after daylight savings. Okay. I wouldn't be able to keep track either. But as far as in answering your question, Latanya, with them being on the West Coast time, that's going to, you know, I'm going to have to, it's going to be a fluid thing. I'm going to have to try to see. Split days. Yeah. Figure something out. I'll figure something out. Yeah. I never know what time it's too late to call family in Arizona because of the whole daylight standard time. Okay.
He was just yelling at me.
Okay. What was he yelling at you about?
About my sister because I'd broken up the tussle with them earlier. And he told me not to interfere anymore with them or I'd pay. And he came at me with a bat.
Okay, so he showed up in the house with a bat in his hand?
No.
Okay, so...
There was a scuffle earlier with my sister and my niece. My niece got involved.
About earlier meaning earlier this week, earlier
No,
this morning?
just this morning, before they left.
Before your wife left?
My sister.
Before your sister left?
Yeah.
Okay, who lives here with you?
Nobody. I don't live here. My sister lives here and my niece lives here.
And you're just visiting?
I was visiting for the night.
Okay, so you're over here visiting your sister and your niece?
Yes.
Okay, and there was a tussle between...
That's another reason why we all know or believe or speculating that this was a planned attack, because why would Alex just come spend the night before he, in self-defense, has to shoot Charles Vallow? Is anybody buying that story? Anybody buying that it was really self-defense? I mean, if you do buy that, I won't judge you in a harsh manner, but I will side-eye you a little bit. I'm just saying. No.
Between your sister and her husband?
Yes.
And does the husband live here or no?
No.
Okay.
He lives in Houston.
Okay, is he an ex-husband or just current husband?
They're working on that.
Gotcha. So at some point earlier today, they get into some type of domestic?
Yeah, just this morning, then they left, and then he came at me.
They left meaning who? Both the parties?
Yeah, my sister took my niece and my nephew.
Okay, so they left.
Create some space from him, and then he came at me.
Okay, but did he leave also?
No.
He stayed here?
He stayed.
So you guys are kind of talking in between or what? Who are you? Who are you? No, just go back. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
That's Lori.
So it's just you and your brother-in-law?
Yes.
Okay. And kind of go through it. Say something like, hey, don't touch my sister, or...
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he picked up the bat.
Where was the bat at?
In the living room.
Okay.
The guy inside's name?
No, I haven't got any of that yet.
Vallow.
Charles Vallow? Spell that.
V-A-L-L-O.
Charles is the husband of the occupants here. But I guess he lives where?
Houston.
You know his date of birth?
No.
From Houston?
Yeah.
Is this vehicle here? How did he get here?
Is it here from Texas?
No, that's my sister's car. I think he came in a rental car. I think his sister's in it.
You think your sister's in the rental car? Okay. So you get in an argument? What is it over?
Well, it was over my sister. He was getting physical with her, and so my niece came out with her bat, and then he took the bat away from her.
Wait a minute, I thought you said your niece left.
She did. This is before.
Okay. So before your sister and your niece left,
Yeah.
at some point your sister and her husband are arguing.
Yes.
Verbal argument. And then your niece pulls out a bat.
Well, it wasn't verbal. He was getting close, and she came out to defend my sister with her bat.
Your niece.
Yes.
Okay.
And then she poked at him, and he took it away.
Okay.
And then I stepped in and told them they needed to separate.
Right.
So then my sister leaves with my niece.
And how long ago did they leave? It's been like an hour, 10 minutes?
20 minutes maybe, I don't know.
Okay. So not terribly long.
No.
Oh, okay.
And then he's coming back at me, and he's still got the bat in his hand. Like, what are you doing?
And where are you at it? Where are you both
in the
at?
living room.
Okay.
And then I turned around, and he hit me in the back of the head with the bat. So I went to my room and got my gun. That I always carry it.
You went to your room, meaning the room you're staying in?
Yeah.
Okay, and you brought a gun with?
I'll be right back, you guys. I'm going to turn my camera and mic off. I'll have my phone with me, but I have to run and do something real quick. I'll be right back.
You?
Yes.
Do you always
Yes.
bring a gun?
I have a concealed carry always.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
Hi, who are you? Okay, just stand over there for just a second, guys.
There you go. That's Tylee and Lori. They had Tylee's face blurred out though. But yeah.
And then I told him to put the bat down, and he wouldn't, and he came at me again.
And the wife just showed up as well. Just okay.
Just be
The gun with you?
Yes.
Do you always
Yes.
bring a gun?
I have a concealed carry always.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
Hi, who are you? Okay, just stand over there for just a second, guys.
And then I told him to put the bat down, and he wouldn't, and he came at me again.
And the wife just showed up as well. So you told him to put the...
Yes.
So where are you at?
Back
Where are you at now? Did you stay in your bedroom?
No.
Okay, why didn't you stay just in your bedroom, close the door? Is that something you didn't think about?
Hey, Rosebud, good to see you,
Okay,
girlie.
So walk me through it.
Good to see you. Hey. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're not too terribly busy. I hope you've been able to peep in every little bit here and there. Okay, now I'm going to go. You guys, I've really got to go pee. That's why. Yeah. No, Rosebud. Whose is it? Whose is it? And where did that come from? Where'd you get that information? I hope it's not a rumor either. God, please let it be. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that information. All right. I will continue playing, and yes, I'm going to go pee.
So you go back in your room.
So I just went back in the living room. I'm like, what is your problem?
With the gun in your hand?
Yes. And I said, I want you to put that bat down. And he wouldn't do it. And he's like, and he came at me with the bat again after he'd already hit me in the head. So I shot him to stop him.
Okay, and then what happened?
That was it.
Okay. Is it Alex or Alexander? What do you go by? Do you go by Alex or Alexander?
Alexander.
Okay. Do you live
I
at
go by Alex. Yeah, I live in Cliff Creek.
Santan Valley?
Yeah.
What's the phone number with the area code for you? Are you working now?
I'm on vacation this week.
Well, what do you do for a living?
Oh, I drive a truck.
Truck driver for who?
Heritage Transport.
Heritage Transport?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna get some tape.
Gotcha. The wife just showed up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some tape to take this off real quick.
Just think that for a second. Where's the weapon at now?
It's in the bedroom.
So after you shot him, you put it back in the room, or?
Yeah, I went back to the bedroom to get my phone.
Okay. And what'd you do with your phone?
It's right here.
Okay. And then what'd you do once you put your gun back? Grabbed your phone.
I cleaned my head up.
After was he laying there in the living room?
Yeah, he was laying there still, and it just took me a minute to compose myself. I mean, I was just shaking, and then I called.
Gotcha. Okay. We'll call 17 log. Stand by. I don't have engine 2811, and then Chandler Rescue. I don't have any water, so give me a second.
No worries.
Guys, hang tight just for a second. Don't go in there. Partner, hang tight. Don't go in there just now, guys. It's now a crime scene, so hang tight. Okay, cool. Because there's no, like... roughly how tall are you? What do you think you weigh? You still about 6'1"?
About 230, 235.
And what's his name again, your brother-in-law?
Vallow.
I'm sorry, what's his first name?
Charles.
Charles. Vallow, V-A?
LLO.
When's our third unit coming here?
I'm gonna tape it off right over here.
Let's do this inside first. Let's get that inside perimeter done. I'll just hold right here.
Okay.
We want to just grab that inside perimeter. All right, we got the 101 out front here. These other way over here. As well as the top. Yeah, let's start with the garage, and we'll just go from the house, make an inner perimeter and an outer perimeter. Is that the rental vehicle? Is it your husband? Okay. Both these vehicles yours in the driveway and the garage? What? Both of your vehicles in the driveway and the garage? Okay. Give me just a second. I'll touch bases with you. Out of curiosity, how long have you known him? Long?
Yeah, 15 years.
Is that how long they kind of been married, kind of thing? Do you normally have a good relationship with the guy?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. When's the last time you guys saw each other, interacted?
Last time I saw him was when he lived out here before he moved. Oh, actually, the last time I saw him was at my house. After my sister split up, he came to my house once.
This sister?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So did you sleep there last night?
Yeah.
So what time did you about wake up this morning?
About 6:30 or so.
Normal day this morning, wake up? It's just you, your sister, niece?
Gonna go do something fun today.
Anybody else in the house besides you three this morning?
My nephew's at school. He's a 7-year-old kid with Joshua Jackson. He goes to a special school.
Gotcha. So at some point it was just you, your sister, and the kids.
Yeah.
And then he comes over, and now it's about 20, 30 minutes ago, roughly?
Roughly.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. I couldn't understand what you were saying. So I just needed more units because the wife is out front. She doesn't know it's 911. I haven't told her that either. And the child is there too. So that's the wife and his child that's right there. Okay. So what about, is this guy visiting? Yes, he's the brother of the wife. And he was staying with his sister. Okay. There was I guess it was a domestic this morning, and they left. And it was just him and the brother-in-law. Brother-in-law hit him in the head with a bat. In his bedroom, he grabbed his gun to put the bat down. The guy didn't, so he shot him in the chest. Okay. All right. So he lives in Santan Valley, just over here visiting. Just on vacation. So husband, I guess, lives in Texas, but I haven't got all that information. But the husband, the deceased, doesn't live in the house. He lives out of state. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well, haven't even talked to her yet. Okay.
Well, I'm waiting for CID to get here.
Yeah.
See what they want to do. So,
okay. So do you, so you only live in Santan Valley, so why is it just easier to just hang out here?
I was just here late last night, so tonight.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you and your sister pretty close?
Yeah, we're planning to go do something today.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. That gotta go that way. That car has to go that way.
They can't go out that way.
That's a problem. All right, then we got to get that tape to over here probably. Yeah. I can get you to come back out here and retape this outer perimeter. People are driving through it here. So that's a... So that's a one-way. So we got to be able to let people out onto that street, but so we got to move that south tape. Okay. All right, let me get your information. Does your husband live here or no?
No,
Oh.
this is Houston.
Gotcha. Okay. You guys
We're
got it.
separated.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me just get your. Do you have a driver's license with you? I can just grab. Thank you. L-O-R-I. What does your middle initial stand for?
Noreen.
Noreen. N-O. V-A-L. What's a phone number for you, Lori? You live here though, not in Santan. This is your home.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
We just moved in here.
Gotcha. How long have you guys lived here?
I'm sorry?
How long have you lived here?
Like 3 weeks.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Okay.
That's why the neighbors don't know us.
Gotcha.
Like, hi neighbor, sorry.
Are you working at all?
No.
Okay. And you're still about 5'6", 120?
What?
Thank you, ma'am. Hello, young lady. And let me just get your information. How old are you?
16.
16? Okay. And that's mom? Okay, what's your first name, hon? And middle name? Thank you. And then same last, Vallow?
No.
How old are you again?
16.
16. Do you have a driver's license?
I do. It's inside.
Nice. So you're a new driver, huh? How do you like that?
Well, almost 17.
Almost? Oh, so you're an old hat then.
Yeah, I drove here from Texas by myself, so I'm pretty used to it by now.
Okay. What's your birthday, hon? And you live here with mom?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how tall you are? What do you think you weigh?
Probably like 5'1" maybe.
Mm-hmm. What do you think you weigh?
160 maybe.
Okay. Red or, oh, that's brown for sure. Oh, blonde too. You guys, I'm gonna list you as a blonde young lady here. And then blue eyes?
Yeah.
You have very blue eyes. That's not under debate. Do you have your own phone number?
I do.
Okay, hang tight, guys.
I know,
No,
Steve Morales, I
is
know.
Lockwood? Oh, okay. I haven't seen him yet.
I was at a coffee with a cop thing, so I'm,
Okay, hang tight. I'll tell you what's going on.
so, well, I don't know that I'm taking this.
Gotcha. I'll hold off on that.
Sorry, I'm just snacking on
I don't know
some
where Lockwood is.
chicken breast.
Texted an address, so I'm trying to figure out.
Some
Gotcha.
rotisserie chicken breast. When she said that about the neighbors, hi neighbors, sorry. Yeah. Not cute. Not cute at all.
That one there, they could go out around that.
I think so. I haven't looked at the map. Can they go north from here? Okay. You want to grab a piece of paper for scribe?
What's his name already started it?
Somebody in there?
Cohen, for everybody that's gone in the house.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Perfect.
I think she was a hairdresser at one point. Get out of my brain, C. Morales. It's too crowded up there. There's not enough room for one more person.
This is the wife's name.
Wife?
Yeah.
Her name is Lori. She's unaware of anything.
Yeah, we're gonna go tell her at the victim's assistance.
The daughter also doesn't know anything.
We'll tell her at the
The
same time.
suspect is her husband. The suspect is her brother. Okay? So brother, sister,
And then the
niece, husband, estranged, doesn't live here. Lives in Texas. She's visiting. Okay, so it was a DV earlier this morning. Brother kind of broke him up, said it was getting a little bit physical.
With the wife?
Yeah, because wife and husband are kind of separated. Again, he lives out of state. I don't know why he's here to visit. I don't have those details. Ultimately, he came over. They got into a verbal argument. Wife, husband got into a verbal argument. Brother steps in and says, just get the fuck out. At some point, the niece grabs the bat and is poking her dad. Dad takes the bat away. They decide to leave. Everyone leaves. There's a son, too, a younger son. Her son, he's not here either. So, wife who lives here, her daughter, her son, they all leave. Her brother staying here, visiting, and the husband. They get into it. He's like, he says they got into an argument. Husband hit him in the head with a bat.
The bat's right next to the
Brother says, fuck that. Goes to his room, grabs his gun, his own gun, goes back out. Doesn't stay in the room, doesn't lock the door, doesn't call us, but goes back out, confronts him, says, drop the bat.
Guy just dropped the bat. He says he shoots him. Goes back into his room, puts his gun away, grabs his phone, cleans his head up, calls 911. And he's right there. So we're going to take her over to the victim's sister. Her name is what again?
Lori.
Lori
And
and Charles in there. That's all I need to know right now.
Yeah, daughter's name. Lori and. Huh? I don't know. You guys want a quick briefing on the shooter's statement?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still rolling. I haven't even gone this close. Okay, so.
You can shut yours off.
Okay.
You want me to? Yeah.
Okay, so we've automatically transitioned into the next video, which is Lori's police interview. So they leave from there, and I looked. Hey, Kel. Hi, dear. Lurking while working, huh? Hold on a second. Okay. So, like I was saying, I went back and looked, and they conducted the interview with Lori in one room. Someone else conducted an interview with Tylee in one room. And then someone else conducted the interview with Alex in another room. And they were all about the same time. So, looks like according to the clock, it was like 9:42 a.m. Yeah. So, Lori's interview is the first one we'll watch. It says it's 54 minutes long. So.
And then I'll so just make it easier so you don't have to.
Thank you, Margaret. That's very sweet. She said just because. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat, ma'am. Very, very sweet of you. Here, hold on. Here, hold on. Here, hold on. Instead of, I'll do the sparkle too, but here. Let me do the, let's do the portal potty real quick. Okay, now I'll remove that. And we'll do a little bit of sparkle too. Thank you. I appreciate it, Margaret. It's for keeping you company at your new job. Well, I went a while ago. It's new. You must not have been in here a while ago whenever I did that. But I got like a random hair, like just barely floating across my arm, and it's driving me crazy because I can't find it. I hate when that happens. Anyway, a while ago when we were talking about one of these videos, I said something that made me think about the portal potty, and I was like, I need to make that thing flush. So it doesn't actually flush for you guys, but on StreamYard, I went through and I found a random toilet flushing sound clip and I added it to StreamYard. So I have to go put the picture up on the screen and then go to my little list of sound bites and click the right one. So, anyway. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate you. But I like the flushy portal potty. Okay, Lori's getting ready to pop in here. And she's just going to plop down and act like nothing's wrong. Nothing in the world.
Yeah, you got it. Thank you. I'll be helping next. So if you want to
Moffett's using the other one, so you'll be, Brandon's gonna monitor for him.
Okay, so just run out this way.
Okay.
If there's anything, but you know.
Perfect.
That's fine.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. I know, you know what, I have suggestion because you go back to school, I try to talk to the teachers, but in high school, they don't care. They're like, you're not here, do the work, or don't. Like, they don't care.
Well, and I think with high school, it's like, they're just pumping.
But when she was in elementary and junior high, all the teachers worked with her. They were nice about it. But by high school, there's so many kids, they just don't care. And I was like, just take it, you're so smart. Let's just take it and see if you pass it. She passed it. Like,
And got a really good score?
Yeah, she passed it with like college ready in every category the first time.
Well, and now she can do what she wants, so.
Exactly.
She's better off that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know Laura's your first name, right? L-A-U-R-A?
L-O-R-I.
Okay.
Someone so young and smart. She's talking about Tylee there, right? Someone so young and smart with their whole life ahead of them. Now all of a sudden they're dark, right? She's a level whatever dark. Whatever.
And then what's your last name?
Vallow. V-A-L-L-O-W.
And your date of birth? And your phone?
She should have said, oh, Lori Vallow, but it's about to be Lori Daybell.
Number. And you live at the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I know this sounds silly, but it's probably the easiest way to start, is just to tell me what happened. And then, so you can start what makes the most sense to you, and we'll just work our way through, and I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions just to kind of clarify.
Sure.
So I know you talked to the initial patrol officer.
And he just got information. He didn't say
Okay.
anything.
So yeah, if you can just kind of tell me kind of what happened. It sounds like some of this may have started last night or something along those lines.
Right.
So start where you think it makes the most sense.
Okay, so, I
told you, it's a crazy question.
Well, so we moved into this house 3 weeks ago because he offered to get me a house here where all my family is. So we
Okay.
were in Houston. And so he's like, we had decided to separate or whatever. So he's like, well, I'll pay for a house for you and for JJ and whatever, because he's all about JJ. He's never about Tylee, but he's all about JJ. Because we adopted him together. He's his great nephew. We adopted him as a baby. And so we adopted him as a baby, and so we've been raising him together. And he travels all the time for business, so he's used to just going back and forth. So he's always gone like Monday through Friday. So he came when we first moved in and brought me stuff from Houston, like a U-Haul, and then he hasn't been back. But it's all these threats on my phone all the time, you know, like whatever, all these things. And then he told me...
What kind of threats?
Just
Oh, and just so you know, I went and double checked dates. This is July. July 11th, 2019. The last day that we've known that Tylee was alive was September 8th of 2019. She was last seen alive on that date. So 2 months later. 2 months after this day. 2 months.
You'd have to read them to see, but he's always mad at me, right?
Okay.
And he doesn't want a divorce, but I don't like him and don't want to deal with him, so that's just how it is. Like, so we married for 14 years, we've dealt with it for 14 years, of him being horrible to her. Like, he gets in huge fights with her, a lot of things. But anyway, so he said, I'm coming Wednesday night, all of a sudden. I want to see JJ. And I told him, I said, I will never keep JJ from you. You can come see whenever you want to, come take him to school, whatever. Like, I'm not going to do that.
So when you initially moved, he had said he was going to buy you a house. So you moved here with your...
Yeah, he was going to rent us a house.
And so you moved...
All my family lives here. So we lived here for a long time.
Okay.
And then he moved us to Houston.
Okay.
And we were there with my son. He was out of school. He didn't have any of his, like, services, his DDD, his anything. He, like, ripped him out of school and said, we're moving.
Okay.
And I didn't go with him at first. And he took him. And I let him take him, and I didn't file anything or whatever. And then he filed something against me and said, I'm only going to get supervised visits because I'm crazy and blah, 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 you know, the story. And so I just didn't talk to him for like 30 days and let him take care of him and let him see what I've been doing for the past 7 years, because men need to do that. You know, I have 5 kids, I have grown kids, I have grandkids. Like, okay, you're going to threaten me that you're not going to let me see my child without supervised visitation? Okay, do it for 30 days and see how long it lasts. You're begging me to come pick him up.
Yeah.
Which he did. Just like, come back and whatever. So I moved in with them to Houston for the family, you know, and Tylee went with me. We drove to Houston from here and left all our family and all his support, all my son's support, like his cousins, everything. And we were there, and I enrolled him in school there. I tried to start all his services, and it takes forever.
Yeah.
You know, it takes so long to get that done.
There's no easy transferring.
There's no easy transfer.
You start from the beginning.
It's a totally new thing. Yeah. And he didn't do any of it in those 30 days. So he just had gone without services, without even applying. And I'm like, do you even realize? Because he didn't ever do it in the first place. I did it. Long story. I'll keep it short. He hasn't been here in a couple weeks since we moved in. He came. He was very nasty when he was there, but he travels for business. So he went back to the Houston house, and he's like, I'm coming on Wednesday night, and I'm going to come pick up JJ and take him to school Thursday, pick him up Thursday, take him Friday, whatever. And I said, Casey wanted to come to the house, and I said, you can't come stay at this house because you can't get along with Tylee. She's a minor. She has to live here.
Yeah.
So because he gets in huge fights up there.
Okay.
And she hates him. And so I'm like, you can't stay at the house, so I will book you a hotel, because he stays in hotels all the time because he travels for business, and the business pays for it, right? So I said, I will book you a hotel nearby.
What does he do?
He works with teachers and their retirement plans, but he goes to them at their school. He mostly works in California, no matter where we live. And we lived in Hawaii, he'd work in California, he'd work in Texas, he has like books of business in different areas. And so he just goes wherever. It kind of just gives him freedom that he doesn't have to stay home every day and take care of special needs child. It's like an excuse, right? So I've done that myself for the past 7 years anyway. And I was a single mom before I married him with my 2 kids. And he had 2 kids. We got married, tried to make a family. You know, how it goes. Anyway. So he said he was coming last night. I said, well, you can't stay at this house because you can't get along with Tylee, and I'll get you a hotel and you can come play with JJ. But he goes to school all day. I got him back into his school. His services, I met with the DDD yesterday, and they finally are getting his services back, but we're paying $125 a day to have him back at school because he's so out of his routine. He's been a nightmare on the floor, kicking stuff, hitting stuff, walls, like, he just ripped him out of his life. So, anyway, just how he is, because he only thinks about himself. So. He says, come and get JJ, and JJ's like, I don't want Dad, because he knows Dad took him away, so he was freaking out, right? So I didn't tell him he was even coming, like, Dad's going to come take you to school or anything. So he didn't bother me last night, which I was surprised. I was expecting kind of an ambush for him to kind of, like, come over or be just mean and say, it's my house, I'm on the lease, I'm going to stay here, kind of thing, because that's kind of his macho attitude. And so he came this morning. I was getting JJ ready.
So he got in last night, but he wasn't at the house last night.
Yeah, I didn't hear from him, except
Okay.
for he texted me and said, I'll be there at 7:30 to pick up JJ.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, that was good, 'cause I didn't hear from him. And then he came over in the morning and he's like banging on the door. I'm like, oh great, here we go, you know. And I was just gonna be nice. I was just gonna be nice as possible. And I had JJ stuff all ready for school. And so.
Do you remember about what time he got there?
He said he'd be there at 7:30, but it was more like 7:40-ish
Okay.
or 7:35. I don't know.
Okay.
But I remember thinking, looking at the clock, and he wasn't there at 7:30, and he's usually Mr.
Yeah.
On
Punctual.
time. Yes. So I was like, okay. And then JJ was like, oh, Dad. And then he was like, Mommy, and like ran to me and was like holding me. He's like, you're not taking me to school. And I was like, it's okay, Daddy can just drive you to school. It's not a big deal. You know, just trying to make it whatever.
Calm.
Yeah, calm. And then he was just being real smirky and real like jerky, you know, to me. And I was like ignoring him, whatever. And so he was like,
And your brother lives there with you?
No.
Okay.
He had stayed with me last night because I was worried he was going to come over and
Okay.
cause trouble with me.
Okay.
And just wanted someone else there, like my brother there, because I trust my brother. And it's been a long story. Like, I had to go live at my brother's when he took JJ, and, you know, he's just been difficult. So, anyway. So I got JJ stuff ready. And he was like, well, and he's like this about timing. He's like, I'm leaving in 20 minutes because it's like 15 minutes to the school and like you can't get there early. They don't open the gates until at 8:20 or something like that. And I said, well, why don't you just go now? I don't want him in the house. I'm like, why don't you just go now and take him to Burger King because that's what he likes for breakfast. And he's very particular about food. Like, he wanted chicken fries for breakfast and a Sprite. Like, and I just get what he wants because if you don't get what he wants, then it's like on the floor screaming, dragging him into school. Like, and he's big and he's heavy and it's hard for me to handle. But anyway, so I said, just go. And so he said, okay. So I gave him a backpack. He got in the car. This is his MO, right? He always leaves something in the house and comes back. He never leaves the first time. I always expect my husband to come back into the house, right? So I guess he had left his phone on the counter.
So he initially left with the backpack and with JJ?
And so he put them in the car, in the driveway, and then he came back in, right? So I kissed JJ goodbye. He came back in, and his phone was on the counter, and I had his phone. And he was like, giving me my phone, and I was like, why don't you show me your text that you've been texting, blah, 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 you know, whatever. Because he's like acting really weird, like he's plotting something against me. Like, I'm like, why are you even here? Like, what did you come here for, you know? He's been talking to my other brother, and my brother came into town at the same time last night, and I haven't talked to my brother in a while, my other brother, and I was like, and so he was texting him on the phone when he first got to my house, and I'm like, why are you texting Adam? Like, do you even talk to him? Like, my other brother. And, you know, he's been telling me all these texts, like, you're going down, blah, 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 blah. He's blaming me for our marriage breaking up and my niece getting divorced and my friend getting divorced. He said, I'm a destroyer of families because I want everybody to get divorced. I'm like, what would my motivation be for people getting divorced? So I could babysit the kids more? Like, why would I have any control over what people do?
Yeah.
So it's just very odd. But anyway, he goes nuts. He's gone nuts on us a lot of times. Tylee and I have had to leave with JJ over the years probably 5 times and just stay in a hotel for 2 days because he goes nuts. Like, you don't know what's going to set him off. Like, whatever. And she's mad at me for always, like, going back. But we had JJ and he's special needs and it's really hard. Like, it's even harder to take care of it by yourself.
So when you say he goes nuts, that can mean a lot of different things.
Right.
So goes nuts like yelling and screaming.
Yeah,
goes
yelling and
nuts
screaming.
Like breaking
like,
things.
Yes.
Goes nuts like physical violence.
He's never really, besides like grabbing us or pushing us, but not like punching us or something. But with Tylee, he has gotten physical.
Okay.
Before, and with my grown son.
Like physical how?
Like got into a physical fist fight with my son when he was 16.
Okay.
And he came after Tylee 2 times in Hawaii.
Okay.
And like went like he was gonna hit her, but then I got in between them.
Uh-huh.
Right.
How old was she when that happened?
Probably 13 and 14.
Okay. So this morning he comes back in and...
He comes back in, I wouldn't give him his phone, he was screaming at me to give him his phone. He was very worried about whatever was on his text that he did not want me to see. And so I was just holding it there and he was screaming at me. And I was kind of walking around the house with it so he couldn't get it. He's like reaching for it and stuff like that. And so Tylee came out of her room upset and she had a bat. And she told him to leave her mother alone, like, right? So she was really, whatever, and he's screaming at her, don't you hit me with that bat, and blah, blah, blah.
She made it sound like it was just for like a minute while she transitioned from one place to another. Rosebud, that's the only thing I can think of.
Blah, blah. And then my brother heard all the commotion because he was in there in bed, and so he came out into the main room and, I guess whatever.
What's your brother's name?
Alex.
Alex, okay.
And then he just started, he was screaming and he was super upset and whatever, and he's yelling at Tylee, don't you hit me with that bat, and blah, blah, blah. And so Tylee, I guess, I don't know if she swung at him or what, but he like grabbed the bat from Tylee and then went to like hit Tylee with the bat. It was, and I was right there, they were right there, and my brother grabbed him from behind, like just to stop him from hitting Tylee.
You go like this, like he grabbed him like...
Yeah, from behind, like just kind of to pull him back. And then they got into the thing, and he's hitting him with the bat, and they're on the ground, like grappling around or whatever. And then, I mean, that was all
and he
quickly.
And he hit your brother with the bat while they were grappling and stuff?
Yeah, yes, he was hitting him with the bat, like swinging the bat, you know, back and forth, and they were kind of like on the ground, and I was like freaking out trying to go around, knowing JJ was in the car, right? And so then he got up and he had the bat like this towards me, and I was going around the other side to try to just get out of his range where he couldn't hit me. And then I had told Tylee, because she was on the ground, because after he took the bat from her, she fell back. And so I told her, I was like, go get in the car with JJ. Like, I don't want JJ coming in to the house, or, and I wanted her out of the way. I wanted the kids out of the way of whatever this fight was going to be. And then,
do you remember what your husband or your brother were saying or yelling during all of this? If they were at all?
Just kind of, get off me, ow, or whatever, you know, whatever. They were like, don't talk to my niece that way, whatever. Like, it was, I don't remember specifics, but they were kind of both, they were kind of in the heat of it. I don't think there was many words that I remember.
So Tylee goes outside.
Yeah, she was outside.
And then what happened?
Then they got up from that, and my brother had like stepped back, I guess, and then Charles was coming with me at the back and yelling at me to give him his phone still, because I had it in my hand. It was all really quickly. And then when I went around kind of in the circle, then my brother was there.
When you said when you were going around and he was coming at you with the bat, how was he holding the bat?
Just like that, like backwards, almost in one arm.
Like he was swinging, but like swinging it backwards. He would have done like
he would have swung it backwards at me, not frontwards.
Okay, yeah.
He was a professional baseball player.
Okay.
So it wasn't a good idea for Tylee to get out of that.
Probably not the.
I mean, he played semi-pro when he was young. But, yeah, and then I was kind of turned around, and we were all right there in that room, except for the kids had been outside by that time, and I heard the gunshot. And
so you heard the shot? Did you actually see the shot, or did you just hear it?
I had gone around to the kitchen to get away from him, and so back around. So I don't know if he went in the house.
I didn't, so I'm like a little bit of a disadvantage.
Yeah, so I didn't see I didn't see the shot. I heard it, and then I came back around and I saw that he was on the ground.
Okay.
And was freaking out.
Yeah.
And so I was just freaking out, and it just went into mom mode. I'm like, I've got to go to get JJ to school. I've got to get to the kids. I just felt like I got to get to the kids. And so I just went outside and to see if they were in there okay. I didn't want them coming back in the house when all that was going on. And got JJ in the car, and he was trying to come in, and Tylee was like looking at me with like the crazy eyes, like what just happened. And I told her to get in the car and we're going to take JJ to school. And I just left.
When you came back in and you saw him on the ground, where was your brother? Did you see him where he was at?
Yeah, he was right in front of him.
Okay.
Like it all happened very quickly. That
Right.
was, I mean, I feel like I was there because I was right there, and like a second later, like I just went around the kitchen to get away from him.
Did your brother say anything to you at all? Do you remember?
No, we were both just in shock.
Okay.
Like it was just I didn't say anything. I went out with the kids just to check on them first, and I was gonna come back in maybe, but I didn't. I was like, I just have to get him to school and call the police and come back, you know, whatever.
Did anybody say did you or your brother say anything at some point about calling the police or calling 911? Do you remember?
Yeah, he called me.
Okay.
And he said, are you taking JJ to school? And I said, yeah, we need to call the police. And he said, okay.
Okay. So he called you when you didn't come back inside, basically?
Right.
Okay.
Because I was like in the car for a minute, and then I was like, what do I do? And I didn't want JJ to go inside, and I didn't know what to do, and Tylee was freaking out. I was trying to get them away from the scene.
Understandable. And you may not know this, so, because I know you heard the shot, do you know at what point your brother had the gun? Do you know if he had it when they got in their first fight, or did he have to go get it, or do you know that at all?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
And do you remember if you ever heard your brother?
I didn't see him ever leave the room.
Okay.
So, it was so fast. All that was so fast. Like him on the ground, rolling around, and I'm screaming. And
this probably happened in a couple seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it was like super fast.
And I don't know if you know this or not, does your brother normally carry a gun? Like, I carry a gun everywhere I go.
Right, like I know he's a gun person, like he has guns and things. And
okay.
He's good with guns.
Did you know that he had one with him?
No.
When he came over?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did, because he's very, very professional with guns.
Proficient, professional. Responsible is usually a good word.
Right, responsible with guns.
And then, do you remember if at any time, so you were trying to get away from him, and you heard the shot. Prior to the shot, do you remember at any point hearing your husband or your brother saying anything to either of them?
No.
So my second very ridiculous question is there anything else that I didn't ask about, or anything that we didn't cover that you think is important? I always ask that just because I wasn't there, and so we're going through something that happened a super small amount of time.
Yes. Can I
So, yeah, go for it.
Just thinking. Just that, he was just so angry, like super scary.
Did you?
You know how you take your phone away from like a 16-year-old and they freak out, like their world disintegrates. Like I've taken my phone away from a 16-year-old boy before, and he like. He's like wanted to kill himself because like they kidnapped him. That's how it was. It was like, is something on his phone that he does not want me to see, that he was like freaking out, like to the point where I thought he would hit me in the back of the head to get the phone.
Okay. So you thought, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you thought it was possible that he was going to hurt you.
Absolutely, he was going to hurt me and Tylee.
Okay.
Not JJ, he never hurt JJ.
Okay.
And he hurt my brother. Like,
Yeah.
he was going, like, ballistic about, it was bad.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to her real quick.
Okay.
And then if, obviously, you know, we'll be here for a little bit, hopefully not too much longer. But if you think of anything or there's anything that kind of pops in your head or something else that we didn't cover, obviously. So I'm gonna go talk to her for just a little bit and then I'll kind of come back and check with you. And then we'll kind of go from there. So I know my partner's talking to your brother over in one of the other interview rooms. So we're gonna just try to get, you know, as much done as we can and go from there.
Okay.
Okay? And then, is there anybody that you need to call or anything, or you wanna wait a little bit?
I don't know what I would say.
No. And wait a little bit, we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know what I would say.
And if you want to, you can think about it. So we do have victim services that work within the police department. They're right over here. They're not cops, they're civilians. And they do, Jessica, who was out there with the fire department, so they're kind of our crisis response. They come right away.
Mm-hmm.
So our victim services that work in the department are kind of more long-term type support systems. So they're just a really good resource because they do a lot of stuff with our families and things like that and can help with support services and questions you might have.
She's been through so much.
So it might be a good
I just
idea.
can't stand for her to have to go through all this.
Yeah, it might be a good idea maybe before I take you guys back today that I get one of them to come in and maybe sit and talk with you guys and see. And it's not something there's a bunch of stuff they can, you know, offer, but it's good to have a contact and like a name and a face and a phone number.
That'd be good.
You know, that way maybe a couple days from now, a week from now, or if there's something going on or you think you need help with something, it may not be something that's necessarily up like me and my partner's alley, but it very much may be up theirs. So I'd like for you to meet one of them before we leave. That way, hopefully if there's something that they can help you and your daughter with, they can, or even JJ or whatever else.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I haven't even thought about him.
Yeah. So.
I mean, he's used to him not being there, but he wouldn't understand even if you told him.
Right.
Like, that somebody passed away, he doesn't understand
what that means. Well, I mean, it's hard at 7 to understand that
anyway. That's true, but with him, he just doesn't, which is probably better because he doesn't comprehend things, but I don't know, it's just, that's a lot to think about.
Yeah. So let me go find one of them, and then we'll make sure that you guys get to meet with them before you leave, because that might be something very helpful for you guys. And I'm gonna go speak with your daughter for just a little bit, and we'll kind of go from there.
Okay.
Okay? And if you need anything, let me know, okay? Okay.
That's for show right there. There are no tears coming out of her eye holes. She's a whole lie. Hey. She's a whole lie. I almost said Q-tip, getting a Kleenex to dry her dry as a gourd eyes. Yeah, and she said in court that she didn't know she was being recorded a couple weeks ago during one of the hearings. Lie like a rug. She's full of it. I would normally fast forward through this, but I don't want to miss any little inkling of anything that she might do or say or whisper. I think that she at some point like gets up and like listens to the wall, cuz I think that Tylee is like on the other side of that wall. Has she even budged an inch? Seriously, has she even budged an inch? Because if I were in her shoes and what just happened, I wouldn't be able to sit still. I can hear somebody talking, and I wonder if that's the investigator going in to talk to Tylee now.
like your daughter a lot.
She's fun.
Yeah. So one of the victim services, Denise, is here. So I kind of told her just a little bit of what happened. So if you're good with it, I'm gonna have her come over and I'm gonna introduce her to you guys so you guys can talk for a little bit. Which kind of works well too, because I need to run over to where my partner's at and just talk to him a little bit. That way you guys will have a little bit, hopefully, extra support if you need it. So I'm gonna go grab Denise real fast and then introduce you guys. Okay?
Yeah, she does one out of there. And you could totally tell she was listening to every word that was coming out of that wall.
So this is Denise.
Hi. Hi. Okay, sorry. I studied. That's funny.
So she's gonna take you over to like a conference room so you guys can sit and talk and stuff. And then you can just, once you guys talk and kind of, you can decide if you're comfortable with Tylee coming in or whatever.
Okay, sure.
And then we'll
I just don't want her to be left alone and
Yeah,
by herself.
yeah.
She's freaking out. Like,
So we keep kind of popping in and checking on her and
I
stuff.
just don't want her to be alone too long.
Yeah.
We'll be as ready for as long as you want, okay? I'm here to try to, you got lots of choices when you talk, so we'll just get started and then then we'll go from there. Does that sound okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks.
They handed me this, but that was just out of his rental car.
We tend to do strange things sometimes.
Okay, so that interview now is done with Lori. Now we're scooching on over to little Miss Tylee. I wouldn't be surprised if that is why she unalived the kids, to get back at Kay over the insurance money. Who knows in her sick brain? Who knows? So see here, you can hear her mom and the investigator talking on the other side of the wall. And I remember the investigator saying something about during the trial, she said something about the two rooms being identical. So the interrogation rooms or the interview rooms are like, or at least these two are in are identical, but like reversed. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know, right, Margaret? It is hard to watch her now. Right. Oh, I just realized what song she's singing. It's from The Greatest Showman. Mm. Or no, it's Moana. Is that from Moana? I think it's Moana. That's where I'll be. Yeah, it is Moana. God love her heart. It's a Disney movie. Yeah, I know. She is starting to panic. I think it's reality is starting to set in, you know? Reality's starting to set in. It's heartbreaking. Morgana, thank you for posting that. Um, I went and looked it up. I went and looked the lyrics up because I remember that's one of Kiddo's favorite movies right now. And you guys just take a look at these lyrics. This is the song she was humming. Take a look at the lyrics that are on the screen. That is the song that she was just humming. Sorry for the ring. Long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know where I cannot go, though I long to be. See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. Crazy, right? All right. As much as I would love to continue on, it is 3:30. My kiddo will be home very soon. So, I think I'm going to call it done for today, but we will resume back here tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, So make sure that you have your notifications turned on. Right? You know what's weird? I've watched this interview 100 times, but I don't remember that part. It could be because of the times that I heard this interview that I did not know that song because I didn't watch Moana until kiddo started watching it, you know? And I've hummed that song. I've whistled that song. I've sang that song 100 times in the last few months. And it hit me. I was like, at first I thought it was The Greatest Showman, but then I was like, no, wait a minute. I think that's Moana. Michelle, I started at 9 o'clock this morning. So I'll probably start. Let me see. How much longer have I got of this? This is about 2 hours in length. And then another 2 hours for Alex's interview. So I'll say 4. I might start around between 10:30 and 11. Because that way, I could be done by the time it's time for her to get home. So that sounds good-ish. 10:30, 11 o'clock. That song is poetic for her. I know, right? And the funny thing is, look at the shirt she's got on. It's what is it, kawaii? How do you say that, kawaii? It's a Hawaiian shirt. She loved Hawaii. That was one of her favorite places to be. She spent a lot of time there. So very poetic. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. I want to boo-hoo right now that we've come to this Moana song. Now that I've grasped that and the lyrics and oh my God. Anyway. Oh God. I love you guys. Now I was already sad, but now I'm like broken. I'm broken. All over again. All right, you guys. I will go. This is on Law and Crime right here. I will, if you guys are bound and determined to finish watching this before I can get back to it tomorrow, here's the link in the chat. You guys, it's on Law and Crime, and it's the full interview. We only got about 15, 16 minutes in, and it's a 2-hour-long video. So if you want to go watch it, please do. And then we'll just recap. I'll be watching it tomorrow. So, it's up to you, whatever you guys want to do. But yeah. All right. I'm going to go. But tomorrow we'll finish this out. And then I'll start the Alex Cox interview. And we'll see what else. I did read Kathy Russin said on Twitter a while ago that they're moving really fast in jury selection, and they may have their jury selected as early as, what did she say, tomorrow? But even then, still, the judge is still saying that they won't do opening statements until the 7th. So, something like that. Maybe they'll change their mind. I don't know, but we will see. But I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I would love it if you guys would hit that thumbs up before you leave. Thanks for hanging out with me all day today and talking Charles Vallow and Heffalump, Lori Vallow. I love you guys very, very much. So I'll see you back tomorrow. And subscribe if you're new. I would love to have you subscribe and hang around. Click that notification bell and hashtag replay in the comments down below if you're watching this on the replay. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.